I don't know if I'm going to become my dad, because my God, one of those ethnic dads who got an answer for everything. You know those dads? Oh, Papa, when we go on holiday, can we stay in a 5-star hotel? I'd do better. You sleep outside, you see more than a 5-star. Oh, Papa, I want a colour TV. Boom, now you see all the colour. I want an earring. Boom, now your earring for a long time. Did anyone ever get the ethnic sleeping tablet? Sleep. Oh, I'm really relaxed now, Papa. Shut up and sleep, hussy. And they never know how old you are, do they? And scare the hell out of you. How old are you now? 8. When I was your age, I was already 9. And they change your age. They change your age to suit them, don't they? Like, you know, you're 16 and you do something stupid. Come on, you're a bigger man. You're almost a 20 now. Hurry up. And then when you are 20 and you want to go overseas on your own, no, where you go? You're just a baby. Does anyone ever remember going to do the visits and you wanted to touch the biscuits and you're about to touch the biscuits and out comes the ethnic stun gun? You know the ethnic stun gun? You know what that is, Adam? That pinch right under here. Mine came with a bonus optional twist. Mole man would ask me stupid questions, grab his belt, I take it off or not, What about when he becomes a ventriloquist when you got in trouble? Remember?
Dad, I said, Dad, guess what? You know, we're doing the 20th anniversary tour and it's sold out, thousands of people. And in true Italian fashion, my dad goes, Ma, where are the people gonna park?
My dad asked me stupid questions. I take it off or not? I don't know. Can I phone a friend, Papa? Remember when he'd lose it in a public place, he becomes a ventriloquist?
And this guy's very good at making his own small goods, but he had a Muslim guy rang him up and goes, is your meat halal? And I was there, I swear to God. He goes, the beef and the chicken not, but the pork yes.
My dad used to love teaching me lessons. That's how he taught me things. He knew that I used to come home at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'd be night clubbing. He knew I had a ritual. I'd come home, take off my shoes, walk down the hallway, up the stairs so no one would know. So one day he taught me a lesson. I come home, I take off my shoes, I start walking down the hallway. Ah, Jesus, shit. My old man got the plastic runner and turned it upside down.
They think you're a minor. They got to give you symbols. They don't remember when you were at the visit. How did you know it was time to go? Anyone know? Because your old man put his hand in his pocket, started jingling the keys. The neighbours. There was always one good neighbour and one shit neighbour, wasn't there? Ramonun had a Greek neighbour and an Aussie neighbour, right? And he never used to get on with the Aussie neighbour, right? So I come to his house one day and he goes, "Manea, sto lao australiano, this one here. Sto blare Bruce." But what's wrong with Bruce? He's got a branch that hangs this much on mass harder offense. I go, but the Greek neighbour's got one that hangs a metre, but he's got a lemons. But you know what I don't understand about the young people, right? Because you guys have got Nintendo, you got PlayStation, you got Xbox, you got Wii, you got iPads, iPhones and computers. But when you ask them how they're going, I'm bored. Bored. We weren't even allowed to be bored. Can you imagine it? Papa, I'm bored. Oh yeah. A very car, Mr. Bored. Go on the roof. Papa, I'm 7. Shut up. And go on the Papa, shut up and go on the roof. Clean all the leaves are down. Then clean all the gutters. Then come downstairs and cut to the grass. Then get all the rubbish and take it to the tip. Then come back and paint to the fence. When it's dry, paint again. And then when you finish, I give you something to do. Sometimes he's all huffing and puffing, because he always used to huff and puff, my nonno. Always used to huff and puff about something. Something was wrong. One day I came, what's wrong, nonno? I'm a finish. I go, what's wrong? I go to the doctor. I said, oh man, I'm thinking, oh my God, he's got some sort of a terminal illness. He's got some sort of cancer. I go, what's wrong, nonno? Doctor said, I can't drink no more vino. No more vino was like the end of the world for my nonna, right?
We had nothing to worry about. What was the worst thing that we had to worry about in the 80s? Nothing. What, you left the house, forgot to put the alarm on. That was the worst thing. Alarm, what alarm? Adam, when I say alarm, we had the ethnic alarm. You know what that was? Just to leave the lights on so it looks like somebody home.
Remember we had toys? Remember our toys? Remember we were too scared to even have a toy. Remember that? Oh, Papa, I want a toy. A toy. I just have one toy for 20 years. It's called a shovel. You got a Toys R Us, I have kick in your ass. You understand? But you know, I had one of those dads who had an answer for everything. You know, one of those dads. Oh, Papa, my room's too small. Oh, your room is too small. Tonight you sleep outside. Big room, huh? Not even a window. Look at that, huh? Papa, I want some ice cream. Yeah, which flavour? I got a 5. Which one you want it? You know, the Aussies, you could do whatever you want, you know what I mean? Well, you could do things that we would never. Do you know how much courage you need as a wog to do things that you would do every weekend? And do you know how much courage you need to ask your parents to have a sleepover? So you hear that? A sleepover. Just a sleep. That's all we wanted was a sleepover. Papa, I want to have a sleepover. What's wrong with your bed? Discos, we weren't allowed to go to disco. You go in your room, turn the music up, and I come switch the light on and off, on and off, on and off. All these young kids they're going to having a gap year now. A gap year. Imagine asking your dad that you want to have a gap year. Papa, I think after school I'm going to have a gap year. Huh? What's a gap year? Oh, like, you know, after school I've worked hard. I'm going to take a year off. You work hard. I needed the gap year, not you. Mate, if you don't go to work, I'll give you a gap right here. Do you understand? All right, once I asked him, can you tell me about the birds and the bees? Yeah, the bloody rotten bastard ate all my fig tree. I remember, I don't know, it was Sunday morning, about 7 o'clock in the morning, my dad comes running into my room. Joe, get up now. Go in the lounge room, get all the books, get all the encyclopedia and throw in the rubbish. What for? Because your mum knows everything. Hello. Who are you? Yes, hi, Mr. Avati. My name's Janine from the Child Welfare, and we've got reason to believe that you want to break Giuseppe's head open. Is that correct? And what's the matter for you? You better shut up and mind your business, otherwise I'll break your head too. Piss off. It wouldn't work, would it? Nah. Wouldn't work. But Italian dads never answer the phone, right? Do they? No, they don't answer the phone. The phone could be ringing and ringing and ringing. Papà, o telefono, not for me.
And even if the phone was right next to your dad, he would never answer it. Ethnic fathers never answer the phone. The phone could be ringing and ringing and ringing. But somebody got to answer or not?
And my dad used to give permission to the teacher to smack me if I was bad. Do you remember that? If it's bad, the boy, give a bigger slap. I don't want it. Then you ring me, I give her one, put her here. No worry. Right? And because ethnic fathers are amazing people, aren't they? Oh yeah, they can see while they're sleeping. You know that? Oh yeah, how many times you come home 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, your old man sleeping on the couch, snoring away, remote control in his hand, you want to unwind, you take out the remote, you change a channel. As soon as you change a channel, as soon as that finger hits the button, he mysteriously wakes up, doesn't he? What does he say? Leave him alone because I'm watching. You were sleeping, I'm watching, one eye open and one eye closed. I'm like a lighthouse with you. And every migrant father has the same story, right? They have the same story. Because I remember I said to my dad once, I don't want to catch the bus, I want to sleep in. That's the thing, James is sleeping in. Because I used to say, I didn't tell you, but I had an Australian family move in next door when I was about 7, 8 years old, right? And so I become really close with their young son, Darren. And Darren, I remember the first time he came to my house, he was about, 8 years old, and he got drunk. And that was just on the salad. But every migrant father had the same thing. So I said to my dad, I said, I don't want to catch the bus. I want to sleep in. Now, there's two things, Peter, you can't do in an Italian household. One is sleep in, and the other is a low carbohydrate diet. Right? Just doesn't exist, right? So I said, I want to sleep in. Out comes that story. Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what part of the world your father comes from. If he's migrated to another part of the world, he will have this same story. You don't want to sleep in? Me, your father, me. When I was your age, we don't have a bus. I used to walk 40 kilometers to get to school every day. 40, count with me. 1, 2, 3, and 40. Honestly, wow, 40 kilometers, my dad's my hero. I'd never been to Italy. I didn't know what it was like. I'd never been to Calabria. 40 kilometers. I thought, wow, my dad's my hero. And it inspired me to catch the bus. But I had one of those fathers who would exaggerate everything. You know, one of those fathers, oh yeah, 40 kilometers. Hey, there was the rain, there's hail, the snake, the spider. There was the wolf who hide behind the tree. Just to come to catch me, not touch no one else, just for me. Oh yeah, 40 kilometers. Hey, that's just one way. And all uphill. And then after school, uphill back. And then I went to Calabria. You know where the school was? Right next to the house.